Hello, hello. Welcome to our webinar today. My name is Megan Schaefer. I am the creative director here at ArtCloud, and I'm getting us started off by introducing our fabulous hosts today, Liz Peacock and Laura Mychal. Thank you so much for being with us. We are going to tour our entire product and give you a sense of what ArtCloud can do and does for hundreds of galleries all over the world. We're going to tour the manager and websites and a few other things as well. And just note that after the webinar, we will be sending out a recording to everyone. So no worries if you registered and you weren't able to make it today. We will certainly be able to send out a recording of this meeting. Also of note, please use the Q&A to ask any questions you may have. We will have a Q&A at the very end, and we will be able to answer your questions either live during the webinar or via email, of course, after the webinar. So here is our agenda and the faces of our wonderful hosts. We will start with an introduction and go from there. So with that, I will pass the mic off to my coworker, Laura, and she will get started.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Good to have you here. So I'm just going to jump right in to our product. This is our manager system. So we offer a fully integrated platform that includes this backend manager to run your business. And then we have the website, which integrates with the manager. So I'll kind of walk you through some of the components today of that integration. But here I like to start at this home page. This is where you're going to get a nice little snapshot of your system and kind of what's been going on. So you have up here in the right-hand corner your to-do tasks. You can set tasks for different staff members and see what's due. And then down here you'll have notifications. So you'll see any activity within your account or any messages that are coming through your website. So any inquiries or sales, you can get a quick view of that here. And then this is our Copilot. So this is one of our newer features, and it's an intelligent dashboard. So based on the activity in your account, you're going to get some nice little sales tips and any suggestions for marketing or how to grow your network. So this is going to be a nice Copilot for you as you're working within your manager. And now I'm just going to take us down into the inventory section. So of course, this is where you're going to be able to add all of your artwork. Each individual record allows you to add, your relevant details within here. So you can track, artist, type of work. We do offer, merchandise fields or jewelry, furniture, so you can actually add a lot into your account. You'll also be able to add, of course, your medium, note any signature placements, your size, creation date, location, price, all of those relevant details. And again, that will link up to your inventory item on your website. So no double entry. You'll enter your information once, and then you can toggle it on to show and appear on your website. And then down here we have tags. So this is kind of a unique feature to ArtCloud. We offer tags throughout the features, so you can organize and track your inventory, your exhibitions, your contacts in ways that are specific to you using tags. As I mentioned, throughout the system, you're going to be able to toggle on your inventory items, your exhibitions onto your website. So it's really simple to make updates onto your website with that integration. Of course, you can add detail images, framed images, and have those appear on your website as well. And then on your financial tab here, you'll be able to add any insurance value. You can add a shipping price. You can add notes. And then your consignment cost, you can add that in as well. And then down here, you can add any additional expenses. So you can really track all of the financials to do with this inventory item. Under history, you'll be able to see which staff member made any changes to the record and on what date. So again, keeping you really organized. And then interested contacts. So again, this is part of your integrated website feature. So any inquiries on any artwork on your website, you're going to see those contacts appear as an interested contact under this tab on the inventory record. Something else that I love to show are our branded collateral exports. So you can simply choose your artworks by clicking the box there and then go up to apply actions. And you have your choice to export into tear sheets, price lists, mosaics, wall tags, and certificate of authenticity. So all of these you'll be able to control the design of and what specific details you want visible on there. And then you'll have a nice, beautiful branded tear sheet that you can then email directly to your contacts from the system. So ArtCloud integrates with Gmail or Outlook email addresses. So you can just simply integrate your email, and then sending emails from the system is really simple, as you'll have your contacts integrated within your manager as well. So then you'll have that nice tear sheet that you can then just email off to your contacts. All right. And I just want to show you as well our wall tag export, because it's going to save you a lot of time. So again, you can select which artworks you want, go up to apply actions, and then you can export to wall tags. And again, you can manage, what details do you want to appear in your wall tags? And since you already have that in your system, it's just going to show up. And then you have the option to add a QR code as well, which will link back to your website. So you're starting to see how integrated all of these features are, and just how easy your life is going to be with that platform. Just going down into exhibitions. So this is where you'll be able to track past exhibitions, upcoming exhibitions. You can add your inventory from the system into a nice list. And then under the overview tab, you can, give it a title, description information, start date, end date. And all of this, again, you'll be able to then upload to your website. So you'll have a nice exhibition to show on your website using the exhibitions template. We have quick lists as well. So this is a component where you can create a list of work similar to the exhibitions lists, but you can also have generic lists that you can just add artwork to. And then that's a nice tool for updating your website. If you want to add a specific page of artwork, you can pull in a list onto your website. Under consignments, so this is where you can track lists of inbound and third-party consignments. So you can see all of that artwork really nice in these clean little lists. So artists can actually send you work on the back end, and you can accept that into your system. So that's a direct connection there to your artist accounts, which is really nice way to manage your consignments. We also have edition titles and sets. So this is where you'll be able to track prints if you are dealing with prints, just a little bit nicer way to organize and track all of your prints and multiples. All right, I'll keep it moving down here into your artists section. So this is where you'll be able to add all of your artist records, track, each artist will have their own record. And then you can add, relevant details about your artists into these records. Again, all of these components will be able to, just toggle it on, and it'll upload onto your website. So you can have a nice artist profile on your website. But you'll be able to add all of these details in there. And then add that onto your site. So on the artist record, again, you can see the tags here. So you can search by tag if you're, looking to find a specific artist in your system. You can always search by tag. Of course, on the artist profile, you're going to have their contact information. We have private notes, again, another feature that you'll see throughout the system. So private notes you can add there onto the artist record as well. Social media platforms, multiple email addresses, so you can really keep track of your artists. This is a nice feature too. We have the consignment tab here, so you can set your terms of your artist, if it's a percentage or dollar amount consignment agreement that you have with the artist. You can track the terms here within the record, and then this will connect to all of your artist's inventory items. So if a piece sells, you'll have that consignment cost accounted for and coming out of that sale. So the system will track all of that for you as well. Which takes me into the payments tab. So this is where you can see, the actual sold price of the work and then what's owed to them based on that consignment. And then you can actually add a payment in once you pay them out. So you can, track all of that internally as well. We have placements for interested contacts on the artist record as well. So you can see, a quick overview of all of your contacts who have shown interest in that artist, whether they've purchased a piece, inquired about a piece, or, came to that artist's show at your gallery. You'll be able to keep a record of that information. Activities is where you'll be able to just see any ongoing activities pertaining to that artist record. So that could be email correspondence between you and the artist, or any changes that you've made to their record. You'll be able to have a quick overview of that under the activities tab. And then inventory, as you might have guessed, is going to show you all of that artist's artwork that you have in your system. So as I mentioned, you can connect to artist accounts so that they can send you consignments directly to your account. So this is how that's done. Once you add their contact information into your system, then you'll get this prompt to invite them to ArtCloud. We offer free inventory only accounts for artists. So they have the option to have that beautiful inventory organization that I just showed you, but in their own system, so that they can send you consignments directly to your account. All right. And then I'll just go down to your invoices here. So again, with that integration with your website, any sales made on the website will prompt an invoice. So you'll get that notification on your dashboard, and then you'll be able to see, the address and all the contact information of that purchase. It will give you the piece that they've bought, and then you'll have this nice invoice where you can then add a discount or a promo code, add a different tax rate, or amend the shipping cost here. And then so we integrate with Stripe so that all of your invoices will connect to your bank account directly. It's really easy to add your bank account and connect with Stripe right away when you sign up for ArtCloud. But that allows you to add these remote pay links so that you can complete the sale online for those online purchases. So then you can actually email the invoice to your buyer to complete the sale. And again, like our branded tear sheets, you have, a nice branded invoice that will go into the body of your email that you can then email to the buyer. And then you'll see here these nice little toggles so you can see, the status of different of your invoices. It's really, intuitive and user friendly with these colors. So you can, check for status and see your open invoices, your closed invoices, and things like that. So I will hand it over to Liz from here.
Thank you. Okay. There you go. So thank you, Laura, for showing us the first part of the platform. I'm gonna show everyone the second half, so to speak. So moving down here on the left-hand navigation, I'm going to pop into contacts. And this is where you will be able to see all of your clients, your contacts. You'll notice as Laura went through the platform there that you'll see a lot of these similarities, which makes it really easy for you to navigate the platform. So the search bar here at the top, and there's multiple ways that you can search for your contacts, and the same in inventory and artists as well. And you can use multiples to search for those. I'll just pop in here to one of the contact records so you can take a look at that. One of my favorite things about the contact and the artist feature is that you get that really nice snapshot at the top there to show you what, like for example, in the contact record here, it shows you how much the client spent with you, so you can get a good idea of where that client is with the gallery. And then this is the contact record here. It has their details. You can add their partners' details in there. You have all of their contact information. You do have that tag feature as well that Laura mentioned earlier that you can search by, and you can pull lists with these tags as well. So you'll see here we've got VIP, collector, and you can kind of create those lists based off these tags too. You can add in the origin, of where you met this contact perhaps. So you can then pull a list based on that, or geography wise, and any private notes that you want to put in there too. The interests, the contact interests is a really interesting feature, and I love this. I love this feature. As Laura mentioned, these interests come from website inquiries or sales, or you can add them in manually as well. So you can add those artist interests directly into the contact record. You even have that tag feature there as well that you can add in their specific interests, like you'll see abstract or portraits, and you can match those with your inventory records to create lists specifically for your clients. Opportunities. So I will go into this in a moment, but this is where you see whether your specific contact is in an opportunity for you. You can see their activities as well. So this will include email correspondence, to-dos, as you can see, invoices, so sales that have been made to them. It's all in one place here under the contact record. You can see their purchase history, which is really important. And you also have that space for financials as well. And you can easily, on the left-hand side here, you'll see this as a reoccurring feature as well. The right side, the right side navigation. You can easily create an invoice there from the contact record too. Audiences is part of our Pro Plus subscription plan, and this is a great way to segment your contacts into specific audiences, so you can reach out to them with maybe an email campaign or a direct email. And this ties in quite nicely with our campaign feature, which is in our sales and marketing. Our campaign feature is part of our Pro Plus subscription as well, but this is where you would be able to create those newsletters to send out to your your clients. And it's really a really user-friendly experience, and it pulls in the information that you already have within the platform. So you can see here on the right those blocks that you can easily drag into your newsletter and create a newsletter. It's all customizable as well, and you can also build templates that you can reuse again. So if you've got like you want to maybe have a specific newsletter that goes out for exhibitions, or one that goes out to those new artists, new inventory that's coming from artists, then you can set those templates up in the system. We do also have email templates, which is another feature of our Pro Plus subscription. And this is an easy way to create those quick emails that you want to have already in place in the system. Like for me, when I was a gallery director, we'd get a lot of foot traffic through the gallery. So we'd be constantly sending that, thank you for your interest in this artist, here's the work. And so for me, this was really, really handy to have a template that was set up that you could just easily drag into your email. It saves a lot of time, and that's what ArtCloud is all about, is saving you time. So you've got more time for important things such as sales and client connections. So I mentioned the opportunity tracker when I was going through the contact section. This is what it looks like. This is also part of our Pro Plus subscription. And this is a really great way to keep on top of your leads. And it is customizable with the titles. So you can design, you can have it so it fits in with what makes sense to you. But basically you can drop those leads in here, you can create an opportunity, and then you can move them up to make sure you're not losing track of any of them along the way. And then you can also add columns in here as well if you want to continue with this throughout, after the sale is closed, for maybe shipping and all of that. So it's a really helpful tool to keep on top of those interests and those hot leads, so to speak, because we all know that running a gallery, you get busy and sometimes these things fall by the wayside. So this is a great way to keep on top of that. Laura mentioned the to-dos at the beginning of the session. So this is just the space here where you can add those to-dos as well. And popping down here to analytics, this is also one of my favorite features, because this type of information that you're seeing here on the analytics dashboard often takes a lot of time to pull together, whereas ArtCloud does all of that for you. So you'll see here, you've got your top artists, your average sale price, where your clients are coming from, and you can also click this time frame here, and you can select the time frame that you want to look at. Within the analytics section, this is where you will find all of your month-end reporting tools, so your sales over time. Again, you can pull in that time frame that you want to look at, and you can select it, by staff here if you want. You can export them out into CSV, so you can import that into your bookkeeping software. You have that nice PDF. We do have compatibility there with QuickBooks too. And consignment. So this is kind of the artist side of the reporting. Again, you can search specifically by the artist with the time frame that you want. And these create these really lovely artist PDFs as well, which we all know artists do like to have that visualization for their reports often. So it brings a really nice image alongside that report, and you can decide what you want to show on these reports as well. So you have that choice to add in some specifics or take out the specifics that you may or may not want your artists to see. In this section here, you can also see your tax reporting. So you can set up as many tax codes, I guess, in your account settings. And when you're making your invoices, you can select which tax is applicable for the sale. And this is where you can then go back to and see how much sales and the taxable sales are. We do also recommend that, if you're shipping outside of country, for example, and you're not applying tax, it is good to have that tax code there too, just so you can track those amounts that are associated with that. We do support layaway, or however you like to call it, layaway, lease to purchase. So you can keep track of those sales that are on a payment plan and your top contacts. Basically, in the analytics section is just a great place to come and see all those reports. You can also track your staff if your gallery has staff commission. We support that too, and this is where you can find that information and help with that side of things. We use, didn't mean to click on that, sorry. We use Stripe for our e-commerce functionality and paying directly on invoices. So you can access that Stripe dashboard directly from here too to have those reports. I also wanted to touch on ArtCloud and our customer support. We have an amazing customer success team here at ArtCloud. And when you do come on board as an ArtCloud customer, you do get assigned a customer support manager that will provide you with training for your manager and your website. This is available for your manager if you're a Pro or Pro Plus subscriber, and then for your website, whether you're basic, Pro or Pro Plus, you get website support. So you're not left in the dark to figure out how to build your website and everything that goes along with that. Speaking of the website, I also wanted to pop up here and show you that the web builder, ArtCloud Web Builder, is also here in the platform. So the nice thing is that you don't have to go anywhere else to do both of those tasks. So the website builder is here, and it is all connected, as Laura mentioned previously, with your manager. So your inventory and your artists and your sales, it's all automated and connected, which is just a huge time-saving tool, as well as organization and efficiency. Our page templates, I'll just show you, I'll pop into the artist profile one just to give you an idea, but it is very user-friendly. We just have, for example, this artist profile template. You only have to come into here and work in this one template for it to speak to all of the artist profile pages, for example. So it means that you don't have to do an individual artist profile for every artist that you have. You just have to do it the one time, and it'll speak to all of the artist profiles, for example. And it is just that simple, again, as I mentioned with the campaign builder, drag and drop feature, and it pulls that information in from what you've already got there in the manager, as well as lots more customization that you can add in there as well. You'll also see that you can create your pages here, so you can build those pages within the web builder, your navigation, decide what you want in your navigation, and your design tools as well. So if you want to get into it, that's where you do that. And of course, when it comes to launching your website, you do have your customer success manager that will support you with that. And I just want to show you so this is our demo account here, Lantana Fine Art. And I just wanted to show you quickly what this looks like. I should also mention that if you register for a free trial with ArtCloud, which we have a 14-day free trial that you can get into, you will be prompted to choose a theme think we have 5 themes altogether. So you can choose a theme, and that gives you this wonderful base starting point for your website. So it'll set up, like, for example, your navigation and maybe your artist pages and your exhibition pages, depending on what theme that you choose. And these are fully customizable as well once you have chosen them. But just giving you an idea of what the pages look like live. I'll pop into this one here. So you have the option as well to choose if you want just inquire only on your website, or if you want to add that e-commerce functionality in, you can have purchase now, or you can have both. And when someone inquires directly on your website or purchases directly on your website, as Laura mentioned, it'll pop into your notifications, but this will also link directly with this specific inventory piece, and it'll log it all on the contact record and on the artist record too. We do have this lovely virtual installation feature for our Pro Plus website subscribers. And this is a really wonderful feature to share with your clients or your customers. You can also upload your own background image there as well if they want to see it on, their living room wall or their bedroom wall. Yeah. Was there anything there, Laura, on your side that you wanted to touch on, like with website side of things?
I think you did an excellent job in doing that. I guess I would just add that, we do offer these wonderful templates that make it really easy to get your website set up and update it. But on top of that, they're super customizable. So I know it's really important for each, gallery to have their unique brand displayed in the design, and ArtCloud really lends itself to that, so that you can, customize it and make it your own, choose your own fonts, move things where you want them to go. So that's something that a lot of our customers really appreciate.
And before we move on to question and answers, I just wanted to quickly touch on our pricing page here. You can go to ArtCloud's website and find this pricing page here. I would recommend that you kind of look individually at the manager and website so you can see the full description of what's included in the basic, the pro, and the pro plus tiers. And I would also like to mention that these are monthly pricing. We do offer a 10% discount if you go with an annual subscription. So that's something to note as well. Okay.
Fantastic. Well, thank you guys so much. I always really enjoy hearing you give demos, and you speak to our product in such a wonderful way. And thank you very much again for hosting this webinar. We will surely have more webinars for artists and galleries in the next several months. So please keep a lookout on your email inbox for invitations. We would love to see you at any of our events. We're really light on Q&A today, so we're going to skip this section, but know that we will send out a recording. And if you are looking to have a more personalized demo, a one-on-one with Liz or Laura, that is most certainly an option, where you can talk about how ArtCloud can fit directly into the way that you run your business. So when you get that email from me, just know that you can reply and we can set you up with a meeting. So thank you so much again for attending, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.